guys, I want to talk about energy, and I might have to close the door. Can you guys hear my family's TV upstairs? You'll have to let me know. Okay, I want to talk about energy. We're in my office, and I'm super excited about everything that has been happening. There's been so much going on that I'm surprised I don't have incredibly deep dark circles, but this new product that I'm on is absolutely incredible. I actually don't have any makeup on at all today, so I'm pretty impressed with what my skin is doing. So our energy doesn't lie. I don't know if you guys have ever heard that before, but in my world, everything is energy. When I meet you, I feel your energy, I see your energy, I can read your energy, and obviously I don't go around just reading people's energy because, you know, I like to have that, I like to put that hat on when I need to, because if not, it gets a little overwhelming. But I want to talk about your energy. Hi, Christy. What kind of energy are you bringing to the table? When you wake up in the morning, when you decide to put your feet on the floor, what kind of energy is it that you are like putting out there to the world, right? Hi, Shasta. We just got done with an incredible paint party. We do every month, a group of us get together. Hi, Danielle. And it's so cool because I was talking to one of my girlfriends and she was having a really like rough day energetically, right? It was just like one hit after the other. And she wasn't going to come tonight. And I was like, yeah, whatever. If you want to just get away, just come. If you want to drop your kids off, just drop them off. Like whatever you need, just if you need a break, you've got it, right? And once she got here and she started to let go, her energy started to shift. And I was thinking about how many times do we walk into a room or we get into a space and our energy does all of the talking for us. Well, just like our voice, just like our choices, just like our thoughts, everything that we put out is it can be conscious. It doesn't have to be subconscious. And I think that is what is really cool, because once you are aware of the energy that you're putting out, you can work on shifting it. We just went into Mercury retrograde. Put a 1 in the box if you guys know what Mercury retrograde is. Put a 2 in the box if you do not know what Mercury retrograde is. And if you guys are watching me on live, if you don't mind putting hashtag live in the comments, I love to see who pops in and sees me. And then if you're watching this on the replay, hashtag replay. I give my replay viewers so much love and so much gratitude for just being a part of my Facebook space, right? So a retrograde is when a planet starts to literally look like it's going backwards. And so it shifts the energy, right? And we're getting ready to go into Mercury retrograde. Mercury is kind of like nut zone, right? Like it makes the energy crazy. So if your kids are starting to go wild, or, you know, you are starting to notice your dogs are super hyper, or maybe your dreams have been kind of nuts. Maybe you feel a little nuts, right? Like you're just not like you were. That might be Mercury retrograde. You know, really good things to do during Mercury retrograde is pay attention to your thoughts, pay attention to what you speak, you know, kind of think before you speak when it comes to your energy. And also take time for you, you know, write down what it is that's bugging you. Why are you thinking these crazy thoughts? Why did your mom pop in your head? You know, that kind of stuff, because it's time. In a retrograde, especially a Mercury retrograde, it's all about the truth coming up so that you can kind of release it, let it go, get a new perspective on it, you know, all of that kind of stuff. Oh, you did? Yeah, I bet there's been some pretty crazy energy right now. And my good friend is incredible. He actually did a chart that explained all the retrogrades that we've been through. And, you know, as you guys know, like my life has been crazy this year. If you've been watching Facebook, it's been nuts. And it's not just me that it's been nuts for, but my nuts kind of started April 20th. And that is when Mercury went into retrograde, I believe. It was either Mercury or Pluto or something. Anyway, and it actually is coming out, I believe, fully. It either just came out, I think it was like 2 weekends ago. But anyway, he has this chart, and I'm not a professional in stars. If you guys want to follow people that are professional with astrology and the stars and all that kind of stuff, I mean, Shannon Murray, Lunar Ladies, absolutely incredible. You can get into Straight Path, which is my spiritual Facebook group. Hi, Kayla. And you can, learn from some of the people that are in there, because, there's each of us have our own little niche, and mine is energy. But I'm really aware of what happens during these retrogrades. I personally love retrogrades, because it's almost like everybody is forced to take the mask off. Everyone is forced to be like, okay, I've been hiding this, and it's time for me to showcase the world and be like, I kind of haven't been really honest with myself or anybody else, and it's time for me to get really real. Hi, Chris. How are you? So our energy doesn't lie. It doesn't. No matter what, if you are having a bad day and you get on a Facebook Live, people are going to see that you are having a bad day. No matter how happy and positive and hyper you want to be, right? And that's why we have to be careful about our energy. And the word protect it can be taken, like you have to protect it from something evil or something dark. But in my mind, when I protect my energy, I'm guarding it from letting it leave my space, right? Like I don't go out and protect my children because I think that, somebody's going to take them or whatever. But I do protect them in the sense that I watch and guard over them so that they are in a safe environment, right? So I do that with my energy too. My energy is mine, and your energy is yours. And the only way you're going to ever feel better with your energy is if you learn how to protect it. And how do you do that, right? So I'm going to give you guys a tip and a trick about how to protect your energy. And it's really super simple, and it's just an awareness. So every morning when you wake up, no matter what kind of dreams you've had, put your feet on the floor and just imagine yourself as a whole and complete person, mind, body, and spirit stuff, right? If you've done any kind of studying in school, you know that everything is energy. The table is a table because it has table energy, right? You are who you are because you vibrate at that energy. And so if you could just put your feet on the floor in the morning and take a couple yummy deep breaths, right? We need to breathe more in this world. That's all there is to it. We need to breathe more. Matter of fact, if you just took a big deep breath, tap that heart button, because how many of us don't actually breathe? I went to a seminar and I was listening to a woman talk about breathing, and most people only breathe from the chest up, meaning when they breathe, their shoulders move. Right? That's not the way you're supposed to breathe, you guys. You're supposed to breathe in and fill your belly up. And then when you breathe out, your belly is supposed to go in. That is true breathing. And so many people on the planet don't breathe. That they breathe, right? Obviously we breathe all the time, but they're not actually consciously taking that breath. That's why yoga is so incredible. So to get your energy, collect your energy, guard your energy, protect your energy, however you want to look at it, it's the first thing I do in the morning, every single morning. And so, put a 3 in the box if you felt like your energy is a little scattered. Kids, your job, your stress, your husband, your community, your friends, your cousins, whatever, maybe it's your thoughts that are causing this craziness. So put a 3 in the box if you have felt like your energy is a little bit out there. So this is a really, really good thing to do. Every single morning when you wake up, grab a hold of your breath. Hi, Emmanuel. Grab a hold of your breath. And what I mean by that is put your feet on the floor and just sit there for a second. Don't grab your phone. Just take a minute and take a couple deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Put a 4 in the box if you guys just took at least one big breath. Tap the heart button if you can feel a different part of your brain right now. Because that's how you can collect some of your energy. It's very simple. It's not woo-woo. It's not, this major ritual that you have to do, but it's about being conscious, about being aware of the fact that we don't breathe. I actually have a reminder. When I was diagnosed with cancer in 2012, I actually set a reminder in my phone every 25 minutes to breathe. And I would stop no matter what I was doing, and I would sit And I would breathe because I knew that my body was capable of healing whatever it was that I attracted into my space. And thank goodness that was the case for me. But I know that so many of us don't know this stuff, right? Put a 5 in the box if you don't know anything about energy. If you have never heard anybody talk about collecting your energy, Mercury retrograde, the word aura, you don't even know how to spell, right? Put a 5 in the box, because in my world, energy is everything, right? I see energy. I can smell energy now. I can feel energy. I can hear people's energy. It's my whole life, right? It's been that way for years. And I've just recently tapped into expanding that and telling people that this is what I do, right? But this is not new to me. This is my life. This is my passion. This is why I walked away from a company that didn't support that dream, right? I was in a box. It was time for me to get out of the box, find a company that supported that dream, and then move forward with my life. And that's exactly what I've done. But if you've never heard this stuff, put a 5 in the box. If this is something that you are aware of, put a 6 in the box. If you know about it, but you don't do anything with it, put a 7 in the box. Because so many times we know what yoga is. We know how it would benefit us. We may have done yoga once in our life, but do you do it? Do you consciously make the choice to put that into your daily routine, into your ritual? Because it is all, the hearing energy freaks me out sometimes. Yes, and you know what, Megan? I actually help people with that, because if you can hear someone's energy, and you have that gift, and I wish I was smart enough to know the terms. There's clairaudient, clairsentient, clairvoyant, and what's the smell one? Olfactory? Something. Anyway, I'm not that smart, but I know what they all are. And, I actually help people get adjusted, because you can ask for this. You can put this hat on and you could take this hat off once you get in alignment with your gift. And we all have them. So anybody who tells you that, I'm special, right? Oh, I'm so special. I have this gift where I can see people's colors. They're not special. They're not more special than anybody else. They have just honed in on it. The first time I ever saw a spirit was when I was 5 years old, and it was my great granddad, right? He came and sat next to me on my bed, and I didn't know that that everybody didn't see this. And when I shut it off for a long time, my life started to get more closed in. But the more you open this up and the more you allow yourself to enjoy your gifts, which we're all intuitive, every single person, put an 8 in the box if you have ever thought about somebody and then they've called you. Put an 8 in the box if you have ever had that gut instinct that you should not get in the car. And then sure enough, on your route, if you would have taken that trip, there was a 20-car pileup, right? We all have intuition. We all are aware of energy. Have you ever heard the term red flag? Put a 9 in the box if you've ever heard the term red flag. Shouldn't date that guy. That's a red flag, right? You're reading energy. When I first started doing this, eons ago, people would send me pictures. Should I date this guy? What do you think of this guy? What do you think of this girl's energy? What do you think? Should I go on a date with them? Should I go to a movie? Should I go to a public place? What's the energy like? And everybody was infatuated that I could do this, but we can all do this if we open up and trust our gut instinct. We have to trust our heart. We have to trust who we actually are, not what other people think, not what we're attempting to do, not our desperation, all of that stuff. It's about getting in touch with who we are, right? And we're going to walk through some pretty crazy things. When you start on this adventure of learning energy and being aware of energy and getting in touch with this side of your life, right? Paying attention to your dreams and realizing how powerful they actually are, things start to change for you. You start to see things in a different way. And it's all about making sure that you're aware of where your energy is. That's the very first step. I had no idea that I was giving my energy to something that was not filling me back up. Matter of fact, it was making me feel worse. But I was doing what other people thought I should be doing, right? And that's just one example. You know, I actually I cut ties with my family's energy every morning when they walk out of the room, when they walk out of the house. I love my family. I love my kids. They're my whole life. But I allow their energy to be separate from my own while they're out living their life for the day. And then when we're all together as a family, my energy and their energy, we interflow with each other, right? So it's cool when you can get in touch with energy. So if you guys want more information on different types of energy, I can add you to my spiritual group. You know, I've done all of this kind of stuff with, grounding techniques. You know, I have introductory sessions. There's some amazing books I can recommend to you. Because, you know, the best way to learn is to pick up a book and read 10 pages every single day. That right there is $1 million tip. 10 pages every single day. So I just wanted to come on really quick. This is day 3 of my lives. There's going to be 21 of these, you guys. My group is so amazing. Absolutely, Christy. And I'm so grateful for everybody in there. You guys are absolutely amazing humans. And I love each and every single one of you. I was actually at a seminar at an event, and I talked about my group like they're family to me. That you guys mean so much because I'm watching all of your lives change and enhance and, you know, move forward. I've noticed in reconnecting to my mom, I needed to disconnect at a physical level, was waking up early, and she would be up too. Yeah, absolutely. It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. Okay, Nicole, I'll totally add you. I would be honored to have you in there. It's not a bad thing to be connected to someone's energy, but sometimes if it depletes us, if we don't have the tools in our quote unquote handbag to allow that to not deplete our energy or not take away from the happiness and the joy in our own life, you know, I can be around one of the most exhausting people on the planet and it never depletes my energy because I'm not connected to a place where that can ever be depleted, right? But that takes practice and a lot of challenging situations to walk through. And, you know, no one is more farther along in their journey or more enhanced or better than anyone. We are all at different levels of understanding for us, for on our path. And I think that that's what's so cool about, you know, there's an acronym that blows my mind every time I think about it. And it's ILR. Who's heard of this? Have you guys heard of ILR? Put a 10 in the box if you have heard of ILR. Put an 11 in the box if you have no idea what I'm talking about. I always love teaching new things because it makes me really excited. Because that means that what I'm going through is working because there's people who don't know this stuff yet. And I didn't know it when I learned it, so I get to turn around and you know, enhance the experience that we're all having on this planet. So ILR, the I stands for invest. Invest in you, yourself, your passion, who you are as a person. If mechanical engineering is your cup of tea, then by goodness, invest in a book, invest in a mentor, invest in a class, invest in movies, whatever it is that you need to invest in it. Yes, Lisa. Yes, I'm so glad you're on. I love you, darling. So, and then invest in it, right? Like energy is my whole world, right? Like from the time I was little, I wanted to know why I could see colors. Why could I see colors and spirits? And why could I tell somebody that their heart was hurting or, you know, that they weren't sleeping at night or, you know, why could I do that? So I started investing in myself at a very young age. I started investing in books and mentors, and I used to watch movies that would like, you know, just I would just get sucked in, right? When Gaia TV came out, oh my gosh, you might as well have just plugged me in and connected me to like the fountain of youth because I was hooked, right? That's how I think, that's how I believe, and I love it. And then when you get to invest in yourself, you give yourself permission to learn. That's the L. I is invest, and the L is learn. You get to understand and know something that you didn't know before you invested. Whether it's a class, a seminar, a teacher, a mentor, a coach, a movie, a book, a PDF, a Facebook group, a live, a Zoom, doesn't matter how you learn, right? But you invested in yourself, either time or money, and then you get to learn something. And then the coolest part, in my personal opinion, is the T. The T means you get to turn around and teach. Now let's get some emojis or some hearts for that, because we are not meant to suck in all of this knowledge that we walk through life gathering, right? Like, I'm not like a vacuum cleaner where I'm going to suck it all up and I'm not going to share the wealth, because that's what we are all about. If I learn something and I get to turn around and enhance the experience of someone else, that then fills me up. That then gives me more motivation to go repeat the cycle of investing and learning and teaching, right? It's absolutely incredible. So grab a hold of your energy. Take the time to sit with yourself. Remind yourself to breathe. Let's everybody do it right now. No matter what you're doing, no matter who's around you, just take a deep breath and feel that. It feels so good. If I've created value for you on this live tonight, just put #value if you really want to share it. I love getting to meet so many amazing people through Facebook. I have some incredible relationships. It's amazing. And I appreciate each and every single one of you. This is day 3 of 21. I'm in a 21-day live challenge. This is going to be a little different than the last ones I've done, because I want to create value for you and help you enhance your vision, the vision you see for your life, because mine is happening at an incredible rate, and I'm so blessed and so humbled by it all. So I love you guys so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here, Chris. It's good to see you. I'll see you Monday morning. Okay, you guys have an absolutely incredible rest of your night, and we'll talk to you soon.